This video is protected by the 1976 Fair Use Act, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787, Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4, the Treaty of Madrid 1880, UCC 1-308, and Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States of America Corporational Company.
What in the Doo Hickey?
Orf. Ha 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 ha. Hey hey hey. Hey Beavis. Ha 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 ha. Hey hey. What? Now that the school year's, almost over, what do you think we'll be doing? Hey hey. There are, some tractor pulls going on. Ha 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 ha. Those, cost money to get in. Darn it, Beavis. Ha 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 ha. You just reminded me that we, have to work during the summer. Hey hey. That, sucks, and stuff. Hey hey.
I need it quiet. Quiet so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. My nationality is Moorish. YouTube. Hit the button. Please buy one of my trifolds. It has the charge, held, and fact. It also has the Fifth Amendment to help you get out of a traffic ticket. Never tell the police anything. You have a right to remain silent. My trifold is a worthy investment in your legal future. Later, Gator. Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4. Hey, Luna, do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. I'm in the lie. Bury where all the lies are buried. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. I'm looking through the latest edition of Black's Law Dictionary. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Please buy one of my law classes. Only $125 per session. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Hit the button. The court calls the case of Kimberly Blade versus Michael Blade. Objection, Your Honor. I do not have a name. Names are for corporate company entities. I have an appellation. What is your appellation? My appellation is Michael Blade Bey, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio haeredis, at this time, and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. I am the beneficiary for Michael Blade, and not the artificial person. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean? I am the beneficiary of the trust of the Blade family, and not the artificial person. I am here on special appearance, under threat of duress and corrosion. Is Michael Blade deceased, or are you his legal guardian? For Michael Blade, I am the official agent. I don't understand you, sir. In any event, Miss Blade, do you recognize the man in the defendant's chair?
I do.
Is that your husband, Michael Blade?
Yes.
Okay. The court tried to call you, Miss Blade. We were unable to get an answer from you. The phone number you gave was an invalid phone number. I never released that number. I don't know how, in the Doo Hickey, that you received that number. That number was not the phone number for you, Mr. Blade Bey. That was the number for Miss Kimberly Blade. In any event, the court cannot proceed with the divorce, with the given documentation, because the documentation provided has so many red thumbprint stamps and many things crossed out. I can give you another form, and explain what must be entered, and I can walk you through the process. But not with the one you gave me. Why, in the Doo Hickey, do you need to put so many red thumbprints on the documentation? It's hardly necessary. First of all, Miss Blade had no right to move out, without consent of our court. She has to ask for permission. The form had many cross-outs, but these were things which you were not exempt from, according to our laws.
Could you please repeat that, Your Honor?
There are too many red ink thumbprints on the documentation, and the court cannot go on farther with the affidavit. The court cannot sign the judgment. Either you own real estate, or don't own real estate. It's a real simple question to answer, and it doesn't need people's thumbprints in red ink. We must divide pension benefits. If each keep their own, that is fine. If there are none, that is fine too. But it has to be stated clearly in the documentation. This judgment is not acceptable, and you cannot get divorced today. Miss Blade, you live in Inkster, correct?
That's correct.
You've been separated from Mr. Blade Bey for 4 years. Let's not drag this out any longer.
Your Honor, all we need is a divorce.
That's correct. Your documentation has so many red thumbprint stamps and items crossed out that it is practically illegible and is not acceptable for a submission for the purpose of divorce. We need to start over with the divorce process. And no, Mr. Blade Bey, you cannot put red ink thumbprint stamps on the forms.
I put red ink thumbprint stamps on my documentation to show that I do not accept the establishment.
My child, this is your prophet, noble Jawali, from up above. My child, it is sad that you are going through a divorce. That goes against the principles of Moorish science. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My child, being separated from a former spouse is not good. If you want to end the misery that you are living under, follow the judge's advice on the paperwork. Then you can be free. My child, please stop putting red ink thumbprint stamps on the divorce paperwork and follow the judge's instructions. I command you.
Sir, you are making no sense. I can accept maybe one red ink thumbnail stamp, but you put so many on the documentation that I cannot read it.
The documents are like a contract, and I'm making you aware that I do not agree with many of the terms of the contract.
Miss Blade, you will need to hire an attorney. It's apparent that you do not know what you need in order to get divorced.
I took off work to come here.
There are 3 minor children involved with the divorce, where it actually happened, so I have to take some testimony. Could you please raise your right hand and answer if you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Miss Blade, could you please state your name and address for the record?
My name is Kimberly Blade. I live at...
Thank you. Is it true, Miss Blade, that you filed for divorce on the 24th of April 2025?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Blade, is it further true that you lived in the state of Strawmanvania within 6 months prior to filing the petition to divorce?
Could you please repeat that?
Is it true that you lived in Strawmanville at the time you filed the divorce petition?
No. I lived in Inkster at the time.
That is outside the county of Strawmanville. You will need to file your papers in the county where Inkster is located.
I did my legal paperwork through legalwitch.com because Michael was involved.
Okay, the jurisdiction will then fall in this court. Miss Blade, is it true that you married Michael Blade on the 16th of May 2016 and were separated since 2021?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it true that there was a breakdown in your marriage to your husband?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any opportunity of reconciliation?
No.
Is it true that from the marriage there were 3 sons born?
Yes.
Were there any that were adopted?
No. All our children are our biological children.
Are you currently pregnant with another child?
No.
Very well, thank you, Miss Blade.
Mr. Blade Bey, did you live in the USA in April 2025? I lived in the domicile of the United States of America Republic.
If you're going to play games, I am going to dismiss the divorce papers on grounds of it lacks jurisdiction. It wasn't filed in the Strawmanville County jurisdiction and has no purpose here. If Mr. Blade Bey isn't going to cooperate, I'm going to dismiss the divorce case for lack of jurisdiction. He won't acknowledge whether he lived in Strawmanvania County at the time of filing. The case is dismissed. Both of you are still married. Have a nice rest of your day.
Stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life. hit the like button.
That boy there, he's a clown.
This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one who encourages you to audit them. I'm at the Calumet, Illinois, City Hall. I need to see the water atlas, the budget book, and the functional block diagram. They all need to be prominently displayed. Everyone here needs to be working in the public interest, for the sake of transparency and accountability. I'm going to note, in my binder, which ones were cordial and compliant, and which ones were belligerent and sussing. Otherwise I will report them in my binder, especially the defalcators, to the Attorney General of Illinois, regardless of form or characteristic.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. I need to have a look at the water atlas, the budget book, and your functional block diagrams.
Are you recording? Recording is not allowed here.
I have special permission to record. I'm recording for transparency and accountability.
If you are going to record, I will refuse to help you.
Ma'am. 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 Ma'am, if you do not help me, this is going to become a legal matter.
You're being a nuisance.
Why do you have to be so belligerent towards me? Why do you believe the need to defalcate?
You won't stop recording even after I asked you nicely to stop.
What kind of imbecile do you take me for?
If you don't stop recording, I will have to call security and have you kicked out of here.
I'm going to write in my binder that the Calumet City Hall was not working in the public interest. They were belligerent, sussing, and defalcating. The functional block diagrams were not prominently displayed, and neither the water atlas nor the budget book was made available. Calumet City Hall was violating the FOIA statutes and ordinances. I will have to report everything to the Attorney General of Illinois, and at some point you will be served. Served with a duty take-em procedure. The Calumet City Hall are full of bootlickers, sussers, and defalcators. Because they did not help with FOIA laws, they are going to be served with a summons, duty take-em style. They are violating the FOIA statutes and ordinances. They treated me like an imbecile. The next time I am in Calumet, I will expect City Hall to prominently display their functional block diagram, have the budget book and water atlas available for review, and not treat me like an imbecile. Oh well, it's time to have some pizza at Little Caesars, and a few bottles of Corona.
That boy there, he's a clown.
Islam, Moors. Islam. All rise and stand, and remain standing into perpetuity, so that you can hear and obey the Article 3 Moorish American al-Moroccan Ancient Consular Court commands. I am Living Justice Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio hare des, at this time, and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. Cancel all of your corporate contracts. Every one of them.
丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！
Ja tvoj sluga, ja tvoj robotnik.
This is your president speaking. Today, the district court judges, they knocked down my tariffs, the one that was supported by that big, beautiful bill. The one that the House of Representatives, they won by just one single vote. It's a big, beautiful bill. If you're going to impose trade tariffs, be best.
Whoa. Hey. Fire. Fire is, like, cool, and stuff. Kamehameha. Fire. Fire. Kamehameha. My nationality is Moorish. Hit the like button.
So I came to the post office yesterday, and when I came back today, I found my package that I sent yesterday still in the outgoing parcels basket. The subject in the office, Wendy Gabrielle, running away from her duties in the post office. Someone with power doesn't have to hide. I could plainly see that she did nothing at all with my parcel. It's still sitting in the parcels basket right now. It's still there, and that is an enactment of treason. 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 Violation of international law. Violation of Constitution and treaty. This subject is fired. Islam. I am Chief Justice Shashan Bey, in all lowercase red letters in red ink, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio haredes, at this time, and at all points in time. Nunc pro tunc. Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787. Consulate al-Moroccan Moorish American.
What, in the Doo Hickey?
丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！丢脸中国人民王八蛋！
Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4. Tonight, Fox News is supposed to have a debate about high treason, and Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4. I heard that former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will be debating current Mayor Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. Lori Lightfoot.
Good evening. For a long time at the Doo Hickey, it has been debated whether Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4 has anything to do with treason. Tonight, we're going to set the record straight. We have current Mayor Brandon Johnson and former Mayor Lori Lightfoot debating Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4 against the concept of high treason.
There's no direct connection between high treason and Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4, which deals with bringing in and harboring certain aliens. High treason is a separate offense defined in 18 USC 2, 3, 8, 1. Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4 focuses on the illegal entry and harboring of unauthorized aliens, with penalties including fines and imprisonment.
Here's a breakdown. Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4. This section of the U.S. Code addresses the crime of bringing in and harboring certain aliens, specifically those who are not authorized to be in the United States. It covers a range of actions, including bringing an alien to the U.S. at a place other than a designated port of entry, concealing, harboring, or shielding an alien from detection, encouraging or inducing an alien to enter or reside in the U.S. illegally, engaging in a conspiracy or aiding and abetting the above offenses. Penalties for violating Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4. Penalties can include fines, imprisonment ranging from not more than 1 year to not less than 5, nor more than 15 years depending on the violation and number of prior offenses, and forfeiture of conveyances used in the crime, according to FinLaw. In cases involving death or serious bodily injury, penalties can be significantly enhanced.
Treason, 18 U.S.C. 2, 3, 8, 1. This statute defines treason as levying war against the United States, adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. A person owing allegiance to the U.S. but taking up arms against it. Key differences: 1. Treason is a direct attack on the sovereignty and security of the U.S., often involving armed conflict or providing material support to enemies. 2. Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 132-4 deals with immigration violations and the consequences of aiding or harboring unauthorized aliens.
While some actions related to immigration could potentially be linked to treason in extreme cases, for example, aiding a foreign power in infiltrating the U.S., the two are legally distinct and governed by different statutes. In essence, Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 132-4 is about immigration violations, not treason.
That is high treason.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Next week, we'll have Goat Boy the Beazo Clown versus Dr. Dave, debating the statutes and ordinances of FOIA law and Doozy Take'em. Thanks for watching. Good night.
I wish she'd marry me.
That was Daniel Larson.
My nationality is Moorish. That's my purse. I don't know you. Wharf.
Oh, Wiggles, what you doing?
Arf.
Blue glue gun, green glue gun.
Oh.
4 furious friends fought for the phone.
Oh.
Last one. Smelly shoes and socks shock sisters.
Oh.
Good boy.
Wharf. Hit the like button. Please buy one of my trifolds. It has the charge held. In fact, including the Fifth Amendment, which is your right to be silent. Don't speak to the police unless you have your attorney present. Later, Gator.